Generic greetings and welcome to Garry's Mod with a little added touch of Wiremod built in as well. Today's beverage is Bovril. Tasty. So, what is Garry's Mod and what is Wiremod? Well, Garry's Mod I've already explained twice now what it is. I've made 2 other videos of it, so you know what? You can check them out if you wish. I did a stock Garry's Mod sort of game and showed you that, and also a space build one showing you, the fundamentals of building spaceships and going to other planets and some such. But I mentioned Wiremod in that, and a couple of people, a lot of people said, well, what is Wiremod? And also, yeah, Wiremod, please show that. So, that's exactly what I'm doing. What is Wiremod? Well, obviously it's a mod for Garry's Mod, so, keep up. But what is it? Well, what isn't it, really? It's a massive part. It's a really big mod, and a lot of people use it. If I just got the Wire tab up here, I can show you some of the things that are in it. There are a lot of chips where you can program them and store things. There's a way to transfer information between things. There are detection systems, so like GPSs, ranges, gyroscopes for detecting sort of the way you're angled. Display systems, so you can display things on screens, turn lights on and off. Way to control it, so things like advanced inputs and pod controllers, where you can get into pod and control things, radios, numpads, loads of different physics things like explosives and hydraulics and forces, thrusters, and loads of other things as well. The thing is, what doesn't Wiremod do? It's basically another way of controlling things inside the sandbox game. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a few basic things in Wiremod, and it is very basic things. There are a lot of videos out there showing you some extremely complicated things. I recommend you check them out. They're really good to do. And if you have the time, patience, and intelligence to do it, then that's great. I, however, don't really use it for much more than maybe buttons, few pod controllers, other things like that. But I'm just going to show you a couple of basic things, and maybe you will want to check it out. Oh, and speaking of checking it out, I have put a link in the description for you to have a look as well. So I'm going to spawn an airboat, like so. Okay, that is an airboat. So I can get in, drive around, turn around. Okay, that's well, simple as it comes, really. Airboat. What if I want to know how fast it's going? So get in. Do we have a speedometer? Oh, there's one there in front of us. What does it show? Can you see what that says? Doesn't really tell me anything, does it? Doesn't really tell me an exact speed. Doesn't tell me any speed, really. It's just a needle that goes up. Now, if I want to know exactly how fast I'm going, that's pretty simple in Wiremod. All I need to do, go to Wire, and then we need to find first a screen. So there's a screen. I've already set a couple of values. I've clicked my screen. I'm only going to use one value, and that's the speed. Actually, no. Oh, yeah, let's use that for now. One value. I'm going to use bigger font for one value, because basically if I could use a smaller font, but no, I just want to use a bigger one. Left alignment, so it's going to put whatever information I have on the far left, and then along and save in the center. And floor screen value. What that'll do is if there's like loads of decimals, so if it says 1.555555553755555, it will just change it to 1 or 2. Just get rid of all that, because we don't need to know the exact speed. Text here, I'm just going to leave as mph, miles per hour. I'm going to spawn it. There we go. So we have a screen that says mph, stands for miles per hour, with 0 on it. If I move it around, still says 0. That's fine. That's what I knew that was going to happen. Let's place it somewhere on the airboat. Perhaps there, so I can see it. Nah, it's a rubbish place to put it. Let's put it further up, about there. Ooh, good grief. About there. Is that too much? No, that's fine. Now we can see that fine. So what we'll do is quickly weld that to the airboat. So that's welded to the airboat. So does that mean if I get in, it's going to show the miles per hour? No. What it means is we're going to fire it in the air. Does it show the miles per hour? No. No, it does not. Why is that? Well, that's because I haven't wired anything up yet. What I need is go to Wire. I need to find the detection of speedometer. There it is there. And we're going to put a speedometer on the front. Does that mean I'm going to get the miles per hour? No, it does not, because we haven't wired them together. This is where the Wiremod part comes in. All the wire bits give you like things like the hoverballs and the hydraulics by themselves do nothing really. You have to wire them up, which I'm going to use Wire. Okay, so I need to connect these two. What I need to do is mouse over the screen. You can see it says A. That basically means that the A is the first value, which is, well, they've only got one value. So we fire once, and then we need to fire onto the speedometer. Okay, and then it says output out. If I right click, it'll change this. So output miles per hour, output kilometers per hour. Let's change it to miles per hour and fire. There we go. So you can actually see a wire going from the screen to the speedometer. If I get in and drive, it will show us our miles per hour. Yes, that's good. Whoa, hang on. There we go. So can we get up to 30? 30, maybe. Maybe downhill. Nah, we're not going to get it. Okay, there you go. So it shows us our miles per hour. A very simple thing to do in Wiremod. Very, very simple. What else can you do? Well, if I listed all the things you can do, we would be here for a long, long time. What else can I do? Well, I'm going to put some thrusters on the back, but I'm going to do something a little different. I want the thrusters to automatically activate when I get in, when I go into water. So as soon as I touch water, I want the thrusters to activate and jet us off. So let's lock the airboat there for now. We'll go to wire and then go down to physics, thruster. Okay, so we'll select a thruster. What's that look like? Oh, that's perfect. Like a nice little propeller. So overwater effects, underwater effects. Let's just keep them as standard. Sound we want as, what should we have? Steam low, yes. Force multiplier, we'll leave that as standard. Force minimum, we'll leave that as standard. Leave all these as standard, really. And, well, just put them on the back. 1, 2. Okay, so as standard, they're not going to do anything. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I think I've made that clear. What I need to do is figure out a way so when I go in water, they activate. So first thing I need to do is get a... Where is it? It's under detection, a water sensor. What this will do, you probably already figured this out by now, is detect whether I'm in water. Well, that's okay. So let's put it on the bottom. Like so. Okay, so you can see it says above water. Well, obviously it will. If I put it on here, let's just test it to make sure it actually does show as below water now. What's it say? Submerged. Excellent. Right, it says submerged. Good, good, good. So, if I put that connected to that, what will happen? Well, let's find out. Go to wire. And fire on... Oh. Ah, I've accidentally undone it. You didn't see that water sensor on the bottom, like so, and wire the water sensor. Oh, I can't. Wire that to the water sensor. Okay, and do the same to this one, to that one. Okay, so they're not on. They should turn on when this goes in water. Let's see what happens. I think that shows that it works. So, we're going driving around now. No, nothing's happening. No, there's no thrusters, nothing like that. However, when we touch the water, it will activate. Say there's water, that will pump. What it actually does is, when it's not in water, it's producing a 0. When it's in water, it's producing a 1. The 1, obviously 0, when it pumps, basically it's always pumping 0. It's always sending back the signal 0 to this. Now, since it works by saying, oh, the multiplier is 1,500, you times 1,500 by 0, going to get 0. So it's 0 thrust. As soon as it gets to 1, 1,000, it's 1 times 1,500, which means it's got a thrust of 1,500 when it's in water. Because I've got 2 of them, it goes to 3,000. Sorry, this is probably very confusing. Jump in water, and we... Oh, no, I'm not going to get... Right, this is a problem. Oh no! Look at the way he's sitting as well. Look at the way he's died. Is that still thrusting about? Let me respawn. Where is it? Is it over here? Yes. Yes, it is. Let's just put it in the water and see how much thrust it actually says it's making. Thrust 1,500, so I'm right. Excellent. I did think that the speed definitely went up. So you see some of the basic things you can do with it, and these are very, very basic things. You can do other things like when you touch water, you know, you can make an explosive go off or force a grabber. And there's other things as well, like say for example I want to... If I get a button, no, if I get say a numpad input and put the button as just 0, and I'll put it as 1, no, put it as that one, okay, we'll have toggle, value on is 1, value off is 0, we'll just put it on the side, it doesn't really matter where it goes, and we should be able to wire that up to that, and that up to that. When I press 1, it should fire. No, maybe I've done this wrong. Oh, that's because I'm using the namer. What an idiot. Fire that to that, and that to that. And now I can turn them on and off manually. Okay, so just press 5, turns them on, press 5 again, turns it off, because I've got it on the toggle. Now you can have it so it'll be either of the two. So at the moment I can only really wire that to the numpad input, or wire it to the water sensor. But you can use a series of chips to actually have it connected up. So for example you would check one, then check the other. However, this video would be about half an hour if I tried to actually show that. I am not good enough to try and explain that while I'm doing it, and I haven't played with wire for a long time. But this should be a lot more controllable now. So you can see I'm in the water. The water sensor will probably be detecting that I'm in water. Hang on. Go down. What does it say? Yes, it says it's submerged, but obviously because it's no longer wired up to the thrusters, it's not firing them. However, when I press 5, it works. I think they're a bit too powerful, aren't they? Let's see if we can ramp off this. 3, 2, 1, activate. Go, 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 go. Blur, blur, blur. Dead. Broken. You can see the potential of what you can do with Wiremod, and that's what you get, really. I mean, oh, I'll tell you what else I can do. One more thing. I'll do one more thing. It's just the darkness reminded me of it. Let's go to a light. Put a light on the front. I've never actually used this one before. Directional. No, let's just wire it up to a... what about a pod controller? An advanced pod controller. Let's try that. Yes. Okay. Pod linked. I've now linked... What the pod controller does is it detects when I'm inside something. So I've linked that up to this. So when I get in, it should turn this on. Eject, disable, crosshairs, brake, allow buttons. Oh, hang on. This is a little bit more than I hoped for. Let's just go to blue and there we go. Output of... what shall I put it on? Output of space. When I press space, when I'm in this, it should activate the lamp. Should. That's what the pod controller does. It links it to something. So I've linked the pod controller to this... Well, not a pod, it's a vehicle. And then the output I've put, I'll show you again, red to the space. So when I press space, it'll turn that on. If I press space now, I just jump because I'm not in the pod. When I get in, light doesn't go on. When I press space, it turns on. Shows you how good that is. I've obviously messed that up somehow. Hang on, let's get rid of that. Get rid of the red. Yes, I've probably messed it up somehow. Let's red to W. Yeah, that's fine. When I press W, it might turn on. Does it turn on? I don't know. I can't. No, it's not. I've obviously messed it up. I know you're probably shouting at me, going, "No, why isn't it working?" It's because I've really messed it up somehow. Let me try once more. Light. Let's try this once more. I want to get this working now. I am determined to get this working. Right, so we need the light. No, the lamp. The lamp is what I meant, not light. Whoa! Hang on. Is there a way to not have it just rope length 0? Let's have it red. Yes, red, and we'll have it as like a really funky colour. Like there, we'll do it like that. Yes, yes, that's what we want. And then we'll turn it like so, which is really messing with this now. Like so. We'll weld that up. Weld it to that. Good. Back to wire. Go to a advanced pod controller. Link the two up, and then I should be able to wire the on to the pod controller as space, like that. So it's now off. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Get in. You can see that turns when I get in. When I get in, you see it turns green because it means there's someone already in it. There we go. When I press space, it should turn the light on. There you go. So I should really unlock them so I can drive around. There we go. Get in. Drive around. If I press and hold space, turns the light on. Hey, hey. There you go. So the very basics of Wiremod. That looks quite nice. That could drive around all day. Actually, what's this? I don't even know where this goes. Oh, now we're adventuring. There you go. I just keep spamming that. But you can also change it if I wanted to. I could just go to... No, what the hell happened there? I can change it so it goes to the on to... Let's have a look. Where is it? It's active I want, and I think I've just skipped it, haven't I? Active. Active. Where is it? Active. So when I get in, it should turn it on. There you go. When I get out, it will turn it off. Turns it off. Because it's now wired to when that is active, i.e. when I get in, it will turn the light on. There we go. Perfect. Press space. Obviously it doesn't happen anymore because I've rewired it. Right. There you go. So, very basics of Wiremod. It is far more complicated. And well, not complicated. Or it can be complicated. But it's far more complex than I have made it out to be. There's lots of tools. There's lots of more intelligent things you can do. Like for example, me and a friend made a self-righting platform using gyroscopes and thrusters. You can make an actual engine that, like, you know, actually thrusts down, up and down, and up and down. You know, actually using loads of wires and using thrusters and detectors and all sorts of stuff. I'm sure you can check the good old internets and the good old YouTubes, and it will show you all of the different things you can do. But even if you're not bothered about that, then, you know, what's wrong with that? You know, you want to get in, you want a light to turn on. Simple. Simple. Hope I haven't messed this up too much. Hope it's actually been understandable. Hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and generic farewells.